Back at Fort Morgan High School where the start of the girls' game, they're now introducing the starters for the Weld Central Rebels, and that will be Ashley Oberman, a junior, Mason Reese, a junior, Emily Smilak, a senior, Elisa Gherkin is a junior, and Ivani Robertson, also a senior for the Weld Central Rebels. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Blodor & Lumber. At blodorandlumber.com, browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor or painting your living room, at Blodor & Lumber you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Visit Blodor & Lumber in Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. So starting lineup for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs, Samantha Scott, a senior. Lauren Staley is a junior guard, and Christina Frick, junior. We have Lindsay Nestor, also she is a sophomore, and also starting tonight is Aurora Baca, also a junior for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs. As we said, the Lady Mustangs come in 4-5 in league. They are 5-15 overall. Weld Central comes in at 8-2 in league, 14-7 overall. So a game here the Mustang girls would like to win in their earlier matchup with the Weld Central Rebels. They've played them twice this year, lost both times, played them once in the tournament up at Eaton, and then also lost at Weld Central. So the opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. With 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. So the tip is controlled by the Weld Central Rebels. As Alicia Gherkin gets it to Ivani Robertson, they do get it underneath, and shot is up and good by Reese for a 2-pointer. Now Weld Central with some pressure in the backcourt. Lauren Staley gets it underneath to Aurora Baca. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Robertson of Weld Central. Now down court to Smilak. She looks to get it into Robertson. Her little layup is going to be up and good by Robertson. So 4-0 already for the Weld Central Lady Rebels. Ball down court. Oh, had a wide open Lauren Staley under the basket, but Christina Frick threw it over the top of her head and out of bounds. 7:07 to go in the first period. Lady Rebels up 4-0. Now Reese stolen. Her pass is stolen by Christina Frick. Frick looks to put a shot up. It's blocked. Now underneath to Lauren Staley. Taken by Samantha Scott. Scott picks up her dribble, gives it off to Staley. Staley now dribbles top center. It's going to be taken away by Alicia Gherkin. Christina Frick hustles down, but the layup is going to be good by Gherkin. So now Weld Central still with their full court pressure. They get it into Staley. Staley now to Scott, and they're going to call it jump ball. And so that will go to the Fort Morgan Mustangs as Weld Central won the opening tip. To get it into Samantha Scott. She's going to be double teamed in the back court. And there's going to be a foul called. And that will go against Mason Reese. Her first, team first. 6:19 to go, first period. Weld Central up 6-0. The Weld Central Rebels are averaging 46.7 points a game. They have a kick ball. Fort Morgan still retains possession as they inbounds in front of the Weld Central. To get it into Lindsay Nestor in the corner. Now to Lauren Staley on the left side. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Robertson. Now kick back out to Ashley Overman. Overman to Reese. Reese's layup is going to be up and good from the right side. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs will call a timeout here, so we'll take one with them here with 5:57 to go. 8-0 Weld Central on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel. The Lady Mustangs find themselves down 8-0 here. 5:47 to go in the first period. Lauren Staley tries to get it inside. It's going to be saved by Staley in the corner. She's double teamed in the corner. They're going to call a quick jump ball here, and that will go back to the Lady Rebels with 5:38 to go here in the first period. Now Reese being guarded by Scott. As Reese takes it down the center of the lane, she kicks it out to Overman. Her layup from the left side is no good. And they will call a foul over the back. And that will go against Robertson. That will be her first. Second team foul on Weld Central. No fouls have yet been called on the Lady Mustangs. Lauren Staley off to Lindsay Nestor. Lindsay Nestor down the left side. Backs down, they could get it underneath to Frick. Now over to Scott from the right side, and her jumper's off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Gherkin. Gherkin now up to Reese. Reese to Robertson. Her layup from the left side is up and good for Robertson. 4 points on the night for Ivani Robertson. Weld Central still with good defensive pressure as the Mustangs get the ball up court. Going to be a kick ball on Reese from Weld Central, so the Lady Mustangs will inbounds in front of the Weld Central bench. They get it into Scott. Scott being guarded by Reese. Now to Frick, left elbow, underneath to Aurora Baca. Her shot is up and no good. Rebounded finally by Lauren Staley. Her jumper is up and good for Staley. So that finally gets the Lady Mustangs on the board. Now pass into the lane is going to be taken away by the Mustangs as Lauren Staley gets the ball up court. 4:25 to go. Lindsay Nestor, a little jumper from the left side, is up and good for Nestor. The Lady Mustangs now with 4 points on the board as Emily Smilak gets it over to Overman. Now underneath to Robertson. Cutting down the middle is Smilak. Her shot is up and no good. And fought for underneath in the rebound, and they're going to call a foul. And they're going to give that to Christina Frick. First team foul, first personal foul for the Lady Mustangs. Now as Smilak gets the ball, gets it off to Robertson up high. Ball temporarily taken away, but saved by Gherkin. Now to Robertson, she kicks it out high, now over to Gherkin. She's being guarded by Christina Frick. Now Robertson back out high. Her pass is going to be controlled underneath. Pass back out, and then going to be rebounded by Samantha Scott for the Mustangs. Samantha Scott gets the ball down court, left-handed dribble lane. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Weld Central. As Gherkin gets it across half court, being guarded by Frick. Now Overman gets it underneath to Robertson, left side. Robertson's little hook from the lane is no good. Rebounded by Samantha Scott. 3:09 to go in the first period. Weld Central up 10-4. Lauren Staley now right baseline. She tries to dribble, knock out of her hands, but Aurora Baca gets it. Her shot is going to be blocked by Robertson as Gherkin takes the ball. Now they get it down court to Overman. Overman for a three, and that is going to be up and good for Overman for a three. Her first points of the night come from behind the arc. So 13-4 now. 9-point advantage for the Weld Central Rebels, and a pass on the far side. Bounce pass goes out of bounds. So a turnover by the Lady Mustangs. Now as Kinsey Winsheimer comes in and Christina Frick comes out for the Lady Mustangs. Mason Reese Gets it off to Smilak. Smilak looks underneath to Robertson. Robertson's jumper is going to be up and good. Robertson comes in. She's a 6-foot senior. She kind of towers above everybody else. Now the ball is taken away by Weld Central. They're going to say it was tipped out of bounds by Fort Morgan, so the Rebels will take control under their basket, baseline to the left. And they get it into Robertson. Robertson's little jumper is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Samantha Scott. Her little layup is no good as she kind of came out from underneath the basket. Rebounded by Robertson. Being guarded by Nestor in the back court. Now up to Overman. Being guarded by Staley. Now back to Smilak. Going to go down to Robertson. Kicks it back out to Overman, left baseline. She dribbles it back out. They're going to go back underneath to Robertson. Robertson's shot is going to be up and good. So 8 points here in the first period for Robertson. 17-4. Pass is going to be intercepted in the back court by Reese. Shot is going to be up and no good by Reese. And they're going to call a foul on the shot. They're going to call that on Lauren Staley. That'll be her first. Weld Central from the free throw lane. And that is Overman who sinks the first one. No, Coach Krackemeyer is going to call a 30-second timeout. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So Overman at the line this year is at 44%. She has played in all 20 games. She is 12 of 27. And she did make her first. Overall, the Lady Rebels are 52% from the free throw lane. The Lady Mustangs sit at 55% on free throws as a team. So now Overman back to the line after the timeout. With 1:16 to go, Weld Central up 18-4. Second free throw is also up and good. 5 points on the night for Overman. Get the ball down court to Staley. Staley in the free throw lane. Her jumper is up and off the rim and no good, but she gets her own rebound. Now back to Aurora Baca. They're going to have a foul called, and that will go against Overman. So 3 team fouls now on the Lady Rebels. Now as Mussman has come into the game for the Lady Mustangs and Samantha Scott has come out. And she stepped on the end line when she threw the ball in. So turnover by the Mustangs. Find themselves down 19-4 starting the last minute of play here in the first period. Now Robertson out at the three-point lane. She passes it off to Reese. Reese looks to pass it. She does get it across court to Gherkin. Gherkin now holds the ball, gets it up to Overman out high. Now back to Robertson out on the right wing. And now to Smilak. Smilak's shot is up and no good. Rebounded, though, by Mussman. She gets the ball down court, picks up her dribble. Now she needs to get it. She gets it over to Lauren Staley with 22 seconds to go first period. Now Lindsay Nestor tries to drive it down the lane. She gets a block back to her. Her shot is going to be blocked. Looked like there could have been a foul call there. Now on the breakaway is Gherkin. Shot is going to be up and good for Gherkin with 5 seconds to go, and it's knocked out of bounds by the defensive pressure of the Lady Rebels. 4.4 seconds to go. Christina Fricka inbounds, gets it into Mussman. They're going to dribble the clock out here at to end the first period. So at the end of one, the Lady Rebels 21, the Lady Mustangs 4 on B106 and B106.com. Back with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel from Fort Morgan High School, where the Weld Central Lady Rebels are up 21-4 over the Lady Mustangs here to start the second period of play. When this game is over, their boys will be playing here also, so we have a doubleheader tonight on B106 and B106.com. And the Lady Mustangs get the ball in. Kinsey Winsheimer stays in the game for the Mustangs. Pass is going to be taken away in the lane by Robertson. Not a good pass there by Kinsey. And now the ball is going to be thrown away by the Rebels on a pass that was behind Gherkin. Now as Scott gets the ball up court, across half court to get it over to Mussman. Mussman now to Nestor at the free throw lane. She drives it down. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Lewis of Weld Central, and she's going to be called for the double dribble. So turnover by Weld Central. Fort Morgan inbounds left baseline of their basket. They need to get it in. They get it into Nestor, left baseline. She backs it out, now gets it to Winsheimer out high on the left side. Nice screen by Frick. She gets it over to. Pass was going to go underneath to Frick from Scott and over the head of Christina Frick. So a turnover by the Mustangs as the Lady Mustangs find themselves down 21-4 with 7:16 to go, second period. Ball up court quickly by the Rebels. Gherkin, they get it underneath to Robertson. Her little shot is up and no good. They're going to call a foul underneath. That's going to go against Kinsey, so that will be her first. Third team foul on the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs. Now as Aurora Baca comes back in, and also Lauren Staley. Lindsay Nestor and Kinsey Winsheimer come out for the Mustangs. They look to get it in. They get it into Robertson, three-point line. Now underneath to Lewis. Lewis's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Mussman, knocked away from her. Now Weld Central controls the ball with Overman. She gets it underneath to Gherkin. Gherkin now to Robertson out on the left wing. She holds it against Aurora Baca. Now back over to Overman. She's being guarded by Lauren Staley. Now pass over to Smilak. Back to Robertson, three-point line. She gets it over to Lewis. Lewis's shot is going to be up and rolls out and no good. Rebounded by the Rebels. Now as Gherkin goes into the lane, she is going to be fouled on the shot. And that's going to go against Aurora Baca. That will be her first. So that will send Gherkin to the line to shoot two. And the first one is up and good by Gherkin. She is a 54% shooter from the free throw line. Now 18-point lead for the Lady Rebels, 22-4. Second shot is also good by Gherkin. 4 points on the night for Alicia Gherkin for the Rebels. Now Scott's pass is going to be knocked away and taken by Ashley Oberman, and then Scott commits the foul, her first. 15 foul on the Lady Mustangs, only 3 on the Lady Rebels. Now Overman drives it left baseline. She's going to be called for the travel in the lane. She picked up her dribble, and the Lady Mustangs had everybody pretty well covered. So now Scott gets the ball across half court. Weld Central dropped off their pressure defense. Now underneath to Staley. Staley's shot is going to be up high off the backboard and no good, but tipped out of bounds by Weld Central. So now Scott, the inbounds right baseline of the Mustang basket. They need to get it in. They get it into Staley, finally baseline. Frick from the left baseline gets it in, but that pass is going to be taken away by Weld Central. Then a foul on the play. Let's see who to give this foul to. That will go against Scott, her second. 5th team foul on the Mustangs. Now Fort Morgan puts some defensive pressure on full court. Yes, Smilak gets it up across half court by Scott. Now over to Robertson. Robertson back out to Overman. As the Weld Central Rebels look underneath to Robertson, her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded though by Frick. Nice strong rebound by Christina Frick. And she hustles down court. Then she holds the ball out, and it's going to be taken away from her. And then as she goes down, she commits the foul. So that will be 7 team fouls, I believe. They should be shooting. Should be a 1-and-1, I believe. I think they're going to. They're trying to get their attention. They finally get their attention. The Weld Central Rebels will shoot a 1-and-1, as that is the 7th team foul on the Lady Mustang, and that will send Gherkin to the line, where she is 2 of 2 so far tonight. 23-4, 5:24 to go second period for the Weld Central Lady Rebels. First shot is going to be up, hits the front of the rim and crawls in, so she will earn her second. Now a 20-point lead, 24-4 for the Lady Rebels. She stands and looks, and her next shot is also up and good. So 4 for 4 for the night for Alicia Gherkin from the free throw line. As the defense pressure is picked up again by Weld Central. Now Lauren Staley down left side. Her layup is up and good by Staley. So 4 points on the night for Lauren Staley. Robertson crossed half court back to Overman. Now out to Gherkin. She's looking underneath, but the ball is going to be off the hands of Smilak and out of bounds. As the pass was just a little high and through her hands. So Fort Morgan now to inbounds far into the court. Find themselves down 25-6. Samantha Scott now brings the ball up. Crossed half court off to Aurora Baca. Left wing now to Lindsay Nestor. Right wing now to Staley. Now underneath to Scott. Nice give and go there by the Mustangs. So 25-8 now for the Lady Rebels as they look to get it into Carlson. Now Overman gets it back. She heads it out high hands it off to Gherkin. Gherkin gets it back over to Carlson out high. Now she passes off to Smilak. Pass underneath is fought for, but it was out of bounds off of Weld Central. So the Lady Mustangs to inbounds and get it up across half court by Scott. Now to Lauren Staley on the left wing. She drives into the lane. Pass is going to be off the hands of Aurora Baca. Might have been just a little hard on the pass. Baca acted like she wasn't quite ready for the pass to come under there. So now the Lady Rebels look to get their offense set up in the front court as Robertson, three-point line, gets it off to Smilak, being guarded by Scott. Now out to Carlson. Carlson, three-point line, now over to Overman. Overman's shot is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Nice rebound by Staley, but there's going to be a foul called on the rebound. I believe that was going against Overman. That will be her second. 4th team foul on the Lady Rebels, 7 on the Fort Morgan Lady Mustang. Lindsay Nestor and Abby Mussman come out for the Lady Lady Mustangs. Now as Kinsey Winsheimer gets back into the game with Christina Frick. Have a jump ball called, and that will go to the Lady Rebels with 3:19 to go, second period, 25-8 lead for the Lady Rebels. Gherkin gets the ball up court, being guarded by Windjammer. Picks up her dribble now to Robertson out high, being guarded by Frick. Now they give it over to Smilak, right wing. They try to get it under to Carlson. Now they're going to call a reach foul as Carlson had the ball down low. And they will call that foul on Staley. That will be her second. So now Carlson will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. She has yet to score tonight for the Lady Rebels. And that free throw is off the front of the rim and no good, rebounded by Aurora Baca. So that's the first free throw miss for the Lady Rebels tonight. Now Staley gets it off to Windheimer. Windheimer's shot off the front of the rim and no good from the left baseline. The ball is tipped away, and nice tip away by Scott into the hands of Lauren Staley. So Lauren Staley now brings the ball across half court. 2:36 to go, second period. Aurora Baca now, they're going to have I think they're going to call a foul first. They called it, one called a jump, the other called a foul, and that will go against Gherkin. That will be her first. 5 team fouls on the Lady Rebels. Now they're going to have another foul on Weld Central on the passing as Christina Frick tried to get the ball and she was fouled. And that went on Smilak. Shot is up and no good by Staley, fighting to get the rebound. Now they're going to call a jump ball, so possession should remain with the Lady Mustangs as they look to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Scott looks to get it in and knocked out of bounds by Carlson. So Fort Morgan still in possession. Lindsay Nestor comes in for Aurora Baca for the Lady Mustangs. 2:21 to go, second period. Now Reese comes back in for the Rebels as Smilak takes a seat. Scott looks to get the ball in. Still looking now to get it into Staley into the lane. Her shot is going to be up and off the back of the rim and no good. Now they're going to call, I believe, Staley over the back. And it will be on Staley. That will be 3 on Lauren. So now Abby Musman comes in and Lauren Staley takes a seat. So that will send Lewis to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. That is up and good by Lewis. Her first point of the night. Lewis from the free throw line this year is 57%, 24 of 42. She has second shot is up off the side of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Lindsay Nestor. Gets it off to Scott. Scott gets it to Abby Musman. Musman right baseline. Gets it into Frick, and she is going to be fouled by Carlson, her first. So that'll be a 1-and-1 now for Christina Frick. Frick to the free throw line. Her first shot is up and good by Christina. So she will earn a second this year from the free throw line. Second one also good by Frick. She is 47% from the free throw line, but made both of those there on that possession. So 26-10 now by the Weld Central Rebels. Ball inside to Carlton. She's going to be called for travel before she can pass the ball off. So another turnover by the Lady Rebels of Weld Central. 1:53 to go. First half, Lady Mustangs down 26-10. Now as they get the ball up court, over to Windheimer, left wing, out past the three-point line. She drives it down the lane. Her shot is going to be blocked, taken by Lindsay Nestor. Nestor's shot is up and good, though, from the left side. Nice job there by Lindsay Nestor. Now as the Rebels come down court, Lewis has it over to Overman. Overman on the left wing. She gets across court to Gherkin. Now they're going to get it back underneath to Carlson. Her shot is, no, it's not Carlson, it is Lewis. Lewis for her first basket of the night. 3 points on the night for Lewis. Now Weld Central with their pressure defense again. They get across court to Mussman. Her pass to Frick is up and good. So Frick has 4 points on the night. 52 seconds and counting here. Second period. 28-14 for the Rebels. As they get it off to Gherkin. She holds it out against Abby Mussman. Now over to Ronnie Lewis. Now into the corner to Reese. She's being guarded by Scott. Now going to be cross court to Gherkin as they look to run this down, take the last shot of the quarter. 25 seconds and counting. Reese pulls it back out. Now over to Overman. Overman is guarded by Wincheimer. They look to get it underneath. Lewis out at the left elbow. Now to Reese from the three-point line, and that is up and good by Reese. So 7 seconds, 31-14. Now Scott can get the ball across half court. Now a foul at half court, and that will go against Gherkin. That will be her second. So now Scott will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 18 fouls on Weld Central. They have a lane violation. Apparently a lane violation on Samantha Scott, I guess. I don't know if she stepped on the free throw line or what the deal was there. The ref on the far side was showing maybe she had stepped on the line. Now with 3 seconds to go, as Reese gets it in, and she does not attempt to stop. So at the end of the first half, the Lady Mustangs find themselves down 31-14 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School with Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel with just a little over a minute to go here at halftime. One other stat here from the first half. The Lady Rebels were 7 of 8 for 88% from the free throw line. The Lady Mustangs 2 of 3 for just at 67%. Coming up next for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs will be a game tomorrow at 5:30 at Vista Peak. We will be there to cover that game at 5:30. We will also be there. The boys will be there to play at 7. So we will have both games tomorrow night from Vista Peak. And the Lady Mustangs have come back out to warm up here for the start of the second half. One thing about this team for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs this year is that they only have one senior this year, and that is Samantha Scott, although she plays an important role on this team. So the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs will look to improve on this record that they're at. Right now, they're sitting at 4-5 in league, 5-15 overall. But another year of experience for these juniors and sophomores, and even some freshmen. Michaela Forsyth, I saw she was back earlier. Yeah, she is dressed out. She hasn't played yet tonight, but she is back from her ankle injury. And Abby Mussman, also a freshman. So things will be on the lookup for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs in the next couple of years. To receive scoring updates at the end of each quarter, follow us on Twitter at B106 and turn on mobile notifications. Start of the second half here is Smilak being guarded. Ball is tied up in the lane by Lauren Staley, so that will go over to the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs, down 31-14. So now Scott brings the ball up across half court as she's being guarded by Overman. Now to Aurora Baca out high. Gets it over to Christina Frick. Now to Lindsay Nestor, three-point line, right side. Scott now Picks up her dribble, gives it off to Nestor. Nestor down the lane from the left side. Her shot is going to be blocked by Robertson and out of bounds. So now Scott to inbounds baseline left of the Fort Morgan basket. She needs to get it in. They do get it into Staley. Staley, little jumper from the left side, is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Overman. She gets it now off to Reese as they hustle the ball up court. Kicks it out to Overman, now to Robertson, left side. Her little jumper is up and no good. And ball is going to be off of Christina Frick and out of bounds. As the Lady Rebels look to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Now they get it into Smilak. Her shot is going to be no good. Rebounded by Robertson, and her shot is up and good. Over the top of Frick. So now full court pressure again by the Lady Rebels. They get it to Nestor. Nestor back to Scott, and they do not get the ball across in the 10-second time allotment. So a turnover by the Lady Mustangs as the pressure defense for the Lady Rebels paid off on that possession. So now the Lady Rebels bring the ball up court, being guarded by Frick was Gherkin. Now Overman into the lane. She kicks it out to Reese on the far side. Reese now drives it down the lane. She's going to dish it off to Robertson. Her shot is up and no good. But tipped. I don't know who it's off of. They're going to say it's tipped out of bounds off of Weld Central. So Fort Morgan will take possession far side. Now as Scott to bring the ball up court. Gets it off to Nestor, left wing. Nestor now underneath to Frick. Frick kicks it back out to Nestor. Nestor, a little head fake, now kicks it off to Scott. Scott in the lane. Now there's going to be a foul called on Smilak. So that will be her first team foul here in the second half against Weld Central. So Frick now to inbounds far side. They get it into Aurora Baca. Baca now to Nestor, right side. She kicks it out, and her pass is going to be out of the reach of Lauren Staley and out of bounds. So turnover by the Mustangs, down 33-14 with 5:55 to go, third period. Now as Overman dribbles to the center, she picks up her dribble, gives it off to Reese, now to Robertson, being guarded by Baca. She kicks it back out to Reese. And there's going to be a foul called, I believe, on Samantha Scott on a trip foul. Samantha Scott now with 3. Lauren Staley also with 3. Frick with 2. So now Reese to inbounds. They get it, taken away by Christina Frick. She's got the layup here. She can control it. Frick's shot is up and good by Christina Frick. 6 points on the night for Frick after the steal and layup. 5:22 to go, 33-16, Weld Central. So they get it into Robertson. Her little hook shot is up and no good. Rebounded, taken by Scott. Scott now to Lindsay Nestor. Nestor underneath to Frick. Frick jumped from the left side, air ball, but rebounded by Staley on the far side and up and good by Staley. Staley on the offside there gets that rebound. And now the Weld Central Rebels will call a 30-second timeout with 4:53 to go here, third period. Lady Rebels up 33-18. Some of our sponsors here tonight, State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today, 842-4555. Premier Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. They understand and are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. MMI International. Before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They continually outperform our competitors, hands down. Call them at 842-5161. So on the play, they have a basket good by Smilak. Her first 2 of the night. And that foul goes on Aurora Baca, her second. Free throw is short for Smilak. So Lauren Staley now with the ball up across half court, gets it off to Kinsey Winsheimer, who's into the game, and along with Abby Mussman. Three-pointer up and off the rim by Winsheimer, rebounded by Baca. Now Abby Mussman, her shot is blocked, and then her pass out is stolen. Now as the Rebels get down court for the layup by Reese. Up and good, 9 points on the night for Reese. Abby Mussman now to bring the ball up cross court, and her pass is going to be stolen by Overman. And Overman loses control, but they say it's knocked out of bounds off of Christina Frick. So now they have a discussion here at the scorer's table with one of the refs. Not sure what the discussion is here. Weld Central Lady Rebels up 37-18. Now a 30-second timeout here will be taken by Coach Krackemeyer of the Mustangs. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So far this second half, the Lady Mustangs have turned the ball over another 4 times compared to 2 for Weld Central. They're out rebounding the opponent 3-1 here about midway through the third period. So now Weld Central do inbounds, baseline left of their basket. As they look to get it in, Gherkin looks to get it in. It's going to be off the foot, off of Abby Mussman. It's now Gherkin to inbound right side baseline. She gets it into Smilak. Now out to Reese. Now into the corner for a 3, and that is, it's just a 2, and that will be for Gherkin. 8 points on the night for Gherkin. Pass down court is taken away by Weld Central. Their shot is up and no good. Nice hustle by Kinsey Winsheimer. She is fouled on the rebound. And that was going against Overman. That will be 3 on Overman. Now as Abby Mussman gets the ball up court, she picks up her dribble. Now to Winsheimer, left wing. Picks up her dribble. Her pass goes over to Lauren Staley, right wing. Lauren Staley, nice screen by Baca now to Mussman, left side. Now Baca from the just down inside the free throw line is up and good for Aurora. Her first 2 points of the night for Aurora Baca. Now Weld Central has the ball in the lane and the foul is called. And that is going to go against Kinsey Winsheimer, her second. So it was on the floor, it wasn't a shooting foul. So now Lindsay Nestor comes in for the Lady Mustangs and Aurora Baca to take a seat. Fort Morgan down 39-20 with 3:08 to go third period. Inbounds pass is not controlled by Weld Central, so Fort Morgan to inbounds far end as Mussman gets the ball up court. Mussman now to Staley on the far side, right wing. Now to Nestor at the free throw line. She drives in, now kicks it back out to Winsheimer. Winsheimer drives it into the lane. Ball is knocked away from her, and Robertson controls it into the lane. Now taken back by Reese down court. Reese takes it all the way down. Now she dishes it off to Lewis, who loses it out of bounds. So turnover by the Weld Central Lady Rebels as the Lady Mustangs get the ball up across half court with Mussman in control. She picks up her dribble. Now it's going to be kicked out to Lindsay Nestor. Nestor gets the ball to Staley in the left corner. Staley is going to be called for a double dribble. So a turnover by the Lady Mustangs with 2:21 to go. Valley View Villa look to the team at Aspen Rehabilitation inside Valley View Villa for your sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. Stop by 815 Fremont or call them today, 867-8261. So the Lady Rebels, Smilak underneath to Lewis. Lewis's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Frick. Frick now to Winsheimer. Winsheimer pass over to Mussman. Her shot from the left side is up and good by Mussman. Her first 2 points of the night. As Gherkin gets the ball down court quickly, now cross court to Smilak. Smilak into the lane to Robertson. Her shot is going to be rimmed out, but she is going to be fouled on the shot. And that's going to go against Lindsay Nestor, her first. So Robertson to go to the line to shoot two, her first 2 free throws of the night, and that first one is no good. B&B Appliance carries a full line of in-stock and ready-to-be delivered Whirlpool appliances. With a world moving towards more green energy, it's time for you to recycle the old and get in with the new. New appliances, that is, at B&B Appliance. Second shot by Robertson is good. So 11 points on the night for Ivani Robertson. 40-22. Fort Morgan now with the ball down court. Abby Mussman into the lane, knocked out of her hands. Laura Baca looks to get the ball up. Her shot is partially blocked, I believe, by Robertson. Now Reeves gets the ball down court, and she is going to be called for the carry. So turnover by the Lady Rebels with 1:17 to go, third period, 40-22 in favor of the Lady Rebels. Scott now front court. Winsheimer with the ball as she gets it from Scott. Winsheimer now just inside the three-point line, up and no good. Rebounded by Reese of Weld Central. She kicks it off to Gherkin. Now down and could not be controlled by Robertson. She does save it back in bounds, but to the Lady Mustang. Under a minute to go here, third period. Now being double-teamed and the ball taken away by Weld Central, and then they will be called for the travel. That was Gherkin called for the travel for Weld Central. 41.3 seconds to go, third period. 40-22 in favor of the Lady Rebels. Now the inbounds pass is going to be taken by Gherkin as it was thrown into a crowd. Now Smilak from the right side is going to be up and good. 4 points on the night for Smilak. Now a 20-point lead now is Kinsey Winsheimer for a three from the left side is off the backboard and no good. Rebounded and taken away by Lindsay Nestor. Then there's going to be a reach-in foul on Smilak. So that will be 3 on Smilak. So nice job there by Lindsay Nestor to get that, wrestle that ball away from Robertson. 3 team fouls on Weld Central, 4 on the Lady Mustang. They look to get the ball in. They get it into Baca. Baca now to Winsheimer with 11 seconds to go, third period. Scott now to Mussman. Mussman back out to Scott. Now it's going to be taken away by the Lady Rebels. So at the end of the third period, the Lady Mustangs find themselves down 20, 42-22 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Fort Morgan High School, Claudia Nickel. This is Brian Nickel. Start of the fourth period here for the girls' game. The Lady Mustangs find themselves down 42-22. As the Lady Mustangs committed 10 turnovers in that third period compared to 7 for the Weld Central girls. So now Weld Central with control of the ball as Reese takes it, and there's going to be a 3-second call, I believe, on Robertson in the lane for the Weld Central Rebels. So Scott to bring the ball up court. Gets across half court as she's being guarded by Reese. Now off to Lauren Staley. Lauren Staley, her pass over to the left side is going to be taken away by Robertson, and she kicks it out to Reese. Reese all the way down the lane. Her shot is going to be up and no good. And off of Reese and out of bounds. So the Lady Mustangs to inbounds far end. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush, is your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. So Lindsay Nestor off to Lauren Staley. Staley now with a little jumper from the left side. Her shot is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Reese. Now the ball down court to Gherkin on the layup, and it is going to be up and good by Gherkin. First 2 points of the fourth period. Now Scott to Nestor. Right baseline. Her shot is up and no good. Now Lauren Staley is going to be called for the foul on the rebound. So that will be 4 on Staley. 5 team fouls now on Lady Mustang, 3 on the Lady Rebels. Stubbs Gas and Oil. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new from the hot and cold deli selection at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Find great food at low prices at Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. So now Weld Central in possession of the ball. Front court as Gherkin picks up her dribble. Gets it off to Smilak now. Her shot is in and out. Going to be tipped out of bounds, I believe, by Samantha Scott. So possession to the Lady Rebels. They get it in and taken away by Scott. Scott gets it up across half court, dribbles down the left side, now gets it off to Nestor. Her shot from the left baseline is up and no good. Finally rebounded and taken away by Nestor. Now Lauren Staley's shot is going to catch the underneath of the rim and no good. Out of bounds off of Samantha Scott. So Weld Central to inbounds far into the court. They get it in to Overman. Overman kicks it out now to Gherkin out high. She holds it now back to Robertson. 3-point circle for Robertson now to Smilak as they run a little clock here. 5:50 and counting in the fourth period. Lady Rebels up 44-22. Robertson now out left baseline. She throws it underneath, but there's going to be a foul called. We'll see if that goes on Nestor or Baca. We'll see which one they put that on. And that will go against number 34. That is Aurora Baca. That will be her third, excuse me. Now Overman with the ball. She kicked it to Smilak for a 3 in the left corner. Air ball and taken by Nestor. Now fought for out front and finally out of bounds off of Weld Central. So Fort Morgan to inbounds have a couple of substitutions here. Lindsay Nestor and Samantha Scott come out. Kinsey Winsheimer and Abby Mussman come in, along with Aurora Baca, who was already in the game, and Christina Frick and Lauren Staley. Nice bounce pass underneath the Winsheimer. Staley's shot is off the side of the rim and no good. Fought for underneath on the rebound, and a jump ball will be called. So possession to the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs with 5:17 to go. Mussman to inbounds. Baseline left of their basket. They get it into Baca. Nice play, and it rolls out halfway down and comes back out. Robertson with the rebound. She gets it to Smilak, and then Smilak is going to be called for the double dribble. Dribbling down court, she was going to pass it, and where she was going to throw it to was blocked, so then she put it back down on the floor again for the double dribble. 5 minutes to go, fourth period. Lady Rebels, as the Lady Rebels, Smilak intercepts the pass to Staley, and they're going to, and as the Mustangs got back on defense, that called Smilak to travel with the ball, so turnover by Weld Central. Nice hustle back on the defense for the Lady Mustangs to create that turnover. Mussman now to Staley. Staley drives it down the left side. Her shot is up and good from the left side. So the first points here in the fourth period for the Lady Mustangs. As Oaks is now into the game for the Rebels, and shot is going to be up and good by Robertson. Now the Lady Mustangs get the ball across court. Mussman, Winsheimer keeps the dribble alive with 4:18 to go, fourth period. As Coach Krackemeyer gives out instructions for the play he'd like to have run. Now to Christina Frick. Frick down the lane. Her shot is going to be up and good for Christina Frick. Little 10-footer there for Frick. 46-26, still a 20-point lead for the Lady Rebels. As Overman gets it off to Smilak. Nice defense by Frick out on the edge. Now Robertson is going to put it up for a three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Staley. Nice strong rebound by Lauren Staley. She gets to Kinsey Winsheimer. Her shot from the right side off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Carlson. She gets it out to Overman. Overman cross court to Oaks. Oaks at the right elbow. She gets it underneath to Robertson. Robertson's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Aurora Baca. Baca now gets it off to Frick, who gets it up court to Kinsey Winsheimer. 3:05 to go, fourth period. Winsheimer to Staley. Left wing. She drives it to the center of the lane. Up and shot is no good by Staley. And Robertson with the rebound, but she is called for the travel. So Fort Morgan to inbounds left baseline as Mussman looks to get it in. Gets it into Frick. Frick shot from left side off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Staley. And her little putback is up and good by Lauren Staley. Pass down to Ivani Robertson now as she goes up for the shot, and she is going to be called for the offensive foul. Nice job by Aurora Baca to get in position. So Robertson is only her second foul. 4 team fouls on Weld Central, 6 on the Lady Mustangs. Now as Lauren Staley, right wing, gets it to Aurora Baca, free throw line, knocked away from her. Knocked away again. Frick picks it up out high. Now there's going to be a reach foul, and that will go against Carlson. That will be her second. So the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs will send in a new bunch of girls here. So for the Lady Mustangs, now we have in Amy Anderson, Serena Wells, Michaela Forsythe, and her pass was picked off, and shot is going to be up and good. I believe that was by Overman. So Michaela Forsythe, Caitlin Cox, Jacina Rodriguez also in for the Lady Mustangs. Now Serena Wells' pass taken by Michaela Forsythe out high with 1:54 to go in the game. Anderson now picks up her dribble now to Forsythe, right baseline. She goes down, loses control of it. Oaks takes it away. Now they're going to have a jump ball called. And possession to Weld Central. So Robertson comes out for Weld Central and Lewis in. So 1:38 to go here in the game. The Lady Mustangs down 20, 48-28. As Overman gets it underneath to Smilak, and Smilak's layup is up and good. Smilak was lost in the shuffle there as she was open underneath for the shot. Now Michaela Forsythe gets across half court, and she is going to be fouled. They're going to call that on number 2 on Oaks. That will be her first. be called for the travel as she drags her foot. She picks up the ball. 1:04 to go here, 50-28 in favor of the Lady Rebels. Now Overman gets it off to Smilak, right wing, underneath to Carlson. Carlson's shot is over the rim and no good. Last touch by Weld Central and out of bounds. So Fort Morgan to inbounds far end with 51.8 seconds as Weld Central makes a couple of substitutions with 50 seconds to go. Michaela Forsythe brings the ball up court, gets it off to Serena Wells. That ball is going to be taken temporarily and lost out of bounds by Weld Central. Now Ivani Robertson goes out. And she is replaced by Emily Boko. Boko gets the ball, takes the steal in the lane. Now the ball down court. Shot is going to be up and no good, but she is fouled on the play. And that will be Christina Gherkin, I believe. It's not Christina, it's number 40. For Weld Central, and it is up and good. So I'm not just real sure what the number is. It's number 40. We'll go with her first free throw. First one is good. The second one is no good with 28 seconds to go. Michaela Forsythe brings the ball down court. She is knocked to the floor. There will be a foul called on Weld Central. And a foul called on our unknown player. I guess it is Christina Gherkin, so that's who we're going to go with for now. So Michaela Forsythe to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Her first shot is up and good for Michaela, so her first point of the night. First playing time she's had for a few weeks after she sprained her ankle. So Michaela's next shot is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Weld Central. And they get the ball down court with 10 seconds to go across court. And a shot is going to be up and no good by Weld Central. But Carlson puts the rebound in for a 2 with 1 second to go. So at the end of the game, the Lady Mustangs go down 53-29 to the Lady Rebels of Weld Central. We will take a 3-minute break and be back on B106 and B106.com. This Mustang postgame show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is a tough part nowadays. But when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust to get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. So a tough night here for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs as they go down 53-29. The scoring for the Lady Rebels goes Overman with 7, Reese with 9, Smilak with 6, Alicia Gherkin with 10, Carlson with 2, Lewis with 3, Christina Gherkin with 3, and Robertson with 13 for their 53. For the Lady Mustangs, Scott had 2, Staley led the way with 10, Frick with 8, Forsythe with 1, Mussman with 2, Baca with 4, or Nesker with 4, and Baca with 2 for the Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs 29. As far as turnovers are concerned, the Lady Mustangs committed 30. The Lady Rebels had 23. And as far as rebounds go, the Rebels out-rebounded the Lady Mustangs 20-17. So way too many turnovers for the Lady Mustangs if they try to win the game. Way too many empty possessions. For the Mustangs, as far as free throws go, the Rebels were 8 of 12 for 66%. And it looks like the Mustangs shot only 5 tonight, and they were 3 of 5 for 60%. Didn't get to the line too many times for the Lady Mustangs. Only 3 of 5. So a tough night for the Lady Mustangs. And as we said earlier, their next game will be tomorrow night against Vista Peak. And that game will be at 5:30. We will have that game here on B106 and B106.com. As we said earlier, they are 1-1 this year against Vista Peak. Vista Peak won the first outing 65-52 at the Berthoud tournament. And then the Mustangs won 68-60 on January 24th at the meeting here in Fort Morgan. So that's what's up next for the Lady Mustangs. The boys game will be coming up here. We have 8:12 on the clock here between games. So we're going to go ahead and take a break and then be back with turning our attention to the boys as they take on the Weld Central Rebels on B106 and B106.com.